Hey again, guys. Sean Clement from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, golflearningscenter.com. Keep us in mind in the future. Anytime you want to learn how to play this game, all you got to do is look at our series of videos and you'll get a much better idea of what you're doing. Now, today's topic, overswinging. I know a lot of you out there are trying to shorten your swings and you're going about it the wrong way. So this is really going to help you out. Now, the first major stumbling block to overswinging is maintaining spine angle. Now, anatomically, around your spine we have erector muscles, okay? So these erector muscles are there to keep your spine as vertical or as in line as possible. So what happens if there's a kink in the spine, during the movement your spine will work those kinks out naturally, all right? So if the top of my spine, which is in the back of my head, is tilted a certain way, the lower part of my spine, my tailbone, is going to move in the opposite direction. So if you look at the axis that I'm swinging on, alright, this is basically how my shoulders and hips are going to swing when my spine is tilted this way. If my spine is tilted the other way, you'll notice a very different turn of the hips and shoulders. So when I first set out my spine angle at address, and I get into my position. Now remember in some of the videos we looked at, hammering nails into a door frame. You'll notice that when I get set to hammer a nail into a door frame, my head is set behind. I must allow my lower spine to get set a little bit in front so I got something solid to hammer into. So now I can hammer something very straight into this vertical, very horizontally into this vertical structure, and I'm able to hammer through the nail instead of at the nail. So in this position here, with this particular spine angle, if I maintain the spine angle, you'll notice that my hips are turning around the lower spine, my shoulders are turning around the upper spine, and there is no way I can overswing from this position. Now you'll notice, if my left side collapses against my right side, notice what's happening to the upper part of my body, my arms? My arms are now free to move well past parallel. And this is where I'll have that dreaded overswing. Now that overswing, obviously you're losing control, but it's not because of the arms. The arms are swinging around the axis that you're giving them. So if you maintain your spine angle, here's a great way to go about it. Take a hammer, pretend that hammer is super heavy, and you've got to turn and return the hammer with the body. You will feel how easy it is to maintain that spine angle back and through. So that's rule number one to controlling that overswing, is maintain that spine angle, okay? Rule number two, keep the width in your arms. You're not trying to go up with the arms. You're trying to go wide with the arms. Let me elaborate. So if this were my target line right here, if I swing the club back and through without stopping and maintain my spine angle, you'll notice that the arms are forced back down the same path every time. If my spine angle changes, you'll notice now the path of my arms are on a different path coming down into the golf ball that they were on the backswing. All that happened, my spine angle changed, so as my spine angle changes, my head moves forward, the top of the spine, my lower spine, tailbone goes back, and now the shoulders and arms are forced around a different axis. Just like you take the axle of a car, you got the wheels on both sides. If you change the angle of this axle, then the wheels are going to turn in a different direction. It's as simple as that. So if I maintain width in my arms, notice how my hands are more out in front of me. They're not stuck behind me. Okay? That's one way of looking at it. You remember the punch? If I'm snapping a punch, I'm going straight back. As I'm extending back with my left side, my right side's getting out of the way. You'll notice how everything gets centered up as soon as I attach my right hand to it. So all I'm looking for is some width with my arms. Like a swing, swinging back and through, right? If I change the path of that swing, bring it around this way, then it's going to have a tendency to move in a different direction unless I manipulate it back. It's the same thing here. You'll notice when I swing the club back and through, just maintain my width. You'll notice I'm not too flat, not too upright, and the club's passing exactly in the same spot. I'm just supporting that arc so that now if I yank the club to the inside, you'll notice I have a tendency to hit the ground well before the ball, or I'm going to have to manipulate it back. My eye-hand coordination will tell me there's no way I can hit the ball from here. You have to go this way in order to hit the ball if you want to hit it. So then, out comes the over-the-top move. If I swing it wide, keeping those hands in front, then I can approach the ball from the same spot. So if the spine angle doesn't change, and I maintain a nice width in my arms, notice how wide those arms are from here. Nice, beautiful width. I'm not trying to strain it into position. And if my arms wrap themselves around my body, well, you'll notice now, look where my hands are. From this angle, you'll see that my hands are right next to my head. There's just no width there. So if I'm pushing somebody in a swing, and then I take that and I bring it over here, well, that swing has lost all of its momentum. Same thing. So if I maintain width and maintain my spine angle, the overswing is gone. The efficiency is in the swing. You're going to hit very long, very accurate shots. So practice that, and feel free to send me a comment or a question. I'll be more than happy to answer it. Take care.